Hey, what's up, folks? How's it going? This is Abhijit here, and welcome to Devops Challenge Hub. So let's start with today's interview question. So today we have a couple of questions on monitoring and troubleshooting for CI/CD. So the first question is, how do you set up comprehensive monitoring and alerting for your CI/CD pipeline? So before we start, first we need to see why do we need to monitor CI/CD pipeline. CI/CD pipeline we need to monitor because there may be build failure, there may be delay in deployment. Deployment might have gone very slow. So we need to debug and see why it's happening. So that's why we need to monitor the pipeline. So what are the tools we can use? So you can say that I use mix of services like CloudWatch, SNS, Simple Notification Service, Event Bridge, and Lambda, and chat tools like Slack, Teams. So in CloudWatch, what you can do, AWS services like Code Pipeline and Code Build automatically send information or metrics to CloudWatch. What do we check? Pipeline duration, pipeline failure, build duration, and we can create a log group. Basically, logs will be there in the CloudWatch. You can create a log group in CloudWatch for your code build projects to view the logs for each build. Then we can also create custom metrics. So custom metrics, special data to CloudWatch we can send from code build or Lambda. So we can run some script or from there we can, when we are running, building or testing something in code build, from there we can send that data to CloudWatch. And from the CloudWatch, we can track like build duration or monitor disk coverage. There, the custom metrics can be tracked. So test coverage is a custom metrics because you know what kind of test cases are executing and how many of them passed. Well, you can log that in the log or CloudWatch, and then you can later gather that information and report it in the dashboard. Next one is SNS notification. I use SNS notification to send alerts about pipeline events. What kind of events? Build failures, manual approval required, and notifications are sent to developer, QA teams, production support, or via Slack or email. From SNS, basically sends a notification to Slack and email. We can also have event bridge rules, and that helps us detect specific pipeline changes in real time. If pipeline fails, or then event bridge can trigger Lambda function. Then I have also created a visual dashboard, CloudWatch dashboard, to track overall health, charts success versus failure, build and deployment duration, deployment frequency. So these are the metrics I'm observing using Visual Dashboard. And we also have chat integration, Lambda function to send alerts from SNS directly to team chat channels. So these are the ways we can monitor CI/CD pipeline. So what are the tools we use? CloudWatch, Simple Notification Service, Lambda, EventBridge. Next question is, what's your approach for debugging pipeline failures across multiple AWS code services? Now we are monitoring the pipeline, and let's say there is some failure happened, or pipeline has become very slow. So you got a notification on your Slack, or you got email, and now we have to debug it or fix it. So how we are going to do that? And let's say there are like multiple pipelines. There are 20 different pipelines going on running. So the first thing is centralized logging. You need a logging in a centralized location. Otherwise, you have to go in 20 different places and check that. That will be time consuming. So all the logs from different pipelines will be logged into a single place. And there you search for error message across all logs. Then you see which pipeline failed. You can log pipeline ID, or you can create some unique ID, build ID, and based on that you can track it. That is a log correlation. Add unique ID to logs to track single issues across different services. You store the failed files for later investigation. Then you can use X-ray for tracing. X-ray to trace requests across services like Code Build, Lambda, and pinpoint failure points. So it will trace the request across services. So code build to Lambda to like SNS to Lambda to like it's going to maybe email. So how the flow it will be able to track. Then recreate the issue. You can use tools like CloudFormation to recreate the environment and safely fix the test. So before deploying it on the actual pipeline, you can using CloudFormation you can create another pipeline and you can test your fix. And you can also turn on the debug mode so that more logging you can generate from your application, from your CI/CD. You can turn on the verbose mode, uh, shell script or Python script or whatever script you have written. You can turn on the verbose mode so that you get more logging so that troubleshooting becomes easier. So these are the ways you track it. Centralized logging, keep the log files, use AWS X-ray, correlate the log by unique ID. Next question is, how do you implement logging and audit trails for compliance requirement? For compliance, you want to, or audit trails, you need to implement the logging. So logging, AWS Cloud Trail, record all API calls, including those from code build, code pattern, and code deploy. So in Cloud Trails, you record all the API calls. That is Cloud Trail. VPC flow logs, network traffic during a build and deployment to detect anomalies. Then ensure AWS resources alert to standard using config tools. And you can log JSON logging so that JSON is easy to read parts and analyze by machines. And then we also need to return the log based on the compliance needs. For example, SX 7 years, UCID SS 3 years. There will be some compliance needs based on that, keep the logs safe, stored. Use S3 object log to make audit logs unchangeable and tamper-proof. So if you log the object, so the audit logs will be unchangeable and tamper-proof. And automate the report using AWS config to generate compliance report building. So these are the ways you can implement logging and audit trails, cloud trails, VPC flow logs, JSON logging, AWS config rules. Use S3 object log to audit logs, make it unchangeable. Now let's go to the today's quiz section. Why is it important to monitor CI/CD pipeline? To manage building to catch issues, failed builds, or slowly deployment early. Yes. To stop pipeline and load packet to automate. So answer is B. Which of the AWS service collects default metrics from code pipeline and code build? Give it a try. You can pause it also. Pause the video. AWS Inspector, Trusted Advisor, CloudWatch. AWS CloudWatch. What kind of data would you send using custom watch metrics and policy, user login details, build duration, and test coverage? Test coverage duration you can send. What is the purpose of using Amazon SNS and in your CI/CD pipeline? To figure manual approval, to send alerts via email and chat. So that's why we are using Amazon SNS. Answer is C. How does EventBridge enhance CI/CD monitoring? Deploy application runs load test triggers Lambda function on specific pipeline events. EventBridge triggers Lambda function on specific pipeline events. What is the purpose of AWS X-ray in CI/CD pipeline? Encrypt logs, trace block, request. So answer is to trace the flow of request across services. Answer is B. So that's it for today. Hope you like this video. Please like, share, and comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also follow my LinkedIn page, DevOps Challenger. I post quiz and contest daily. You can participate in that. And also follow my WhatsApp channel, DevOps Challenger. I post regular updates there. And thank you for watching this video. See you again in the next video.